place I've been? That is very hard to answer that. I get asked that a lot day to day. I love everywhere I've been. There's not a place from like, don't like it, don't want to go there again. But who knows? Like, that could happen. There could be places down the road where I'm like, yeah, no, not doing that again. But I would say off the top of my head, what really has spoken to me is Barcelona. There is just, it's so rich in culture, and its architecture too, which is quite stunning and unique, and the food as well is divine. So I really loved Barcelona. And then in general, I love the mountains. I love being in the West Coast, Vancouver, Alberta, Calgary, those areas. But Switzerland is a whole nother level of mountains. It's magical in itself. Do I prefer traveling alone? That's a great question. And you are seeing me traveling by myself pretty much all the time, and that's just what I do because I want to experience as much as I can. But I would definitely say in recent years, and through a lot of growth and learnings as well, that I do want to share these moments and these experiences with a significant other specifically. And in the meantime, I just have to keep doing what I'm doing, do the things that bring me joy, and I believe doing that will attract the right person, and the love of my life will show up. I sure am. How young am I? Wonderful question. I am 38 years old. I don't feel it. I feel like I'm still in my 20s, but I'm 38. And I will say this, my 20s was a blast. I had the best time ever, just newly moving to downtown Toronto. And back then, back in the day, there wasn't a lot around. The city wasn't as developed as it was now. So things were a lot more like grungy and intimate, and there was no Ubers, and cell phones just, it wasn't quite a thing yet. Like, it wasn't huge on Facebook, and social media just barely came out. So it was just a different time, and I had so much fun and so much experience living in the city. Where now, being in my 30s, my late 30s, like, I would honestly say my 30s have been just such a profound time. There's been a ton of learning, a ton of growth, and a lot of hard times, a lot of things that I went through, and it just brought me to this exact moment where I am right now, and I wouldn't change a thing. No regrets, no matter what. So if you're in your 20s right now and you're worried about your 30s, it's going to be a great few years for you, trust me. And now in my late 30s, getting into my 40s, like, I can't wait. Like, my 40s are just going to be fabulous. I can't wait. How often do people try to pick me up, and how successful are they? So I've only been a flight attendant for a short period of time, and I think in the moment I'm being professional and doing my job. Safety is important, overall customer service. So I'm kind of in like a different frame of mind. So in terms of picking me up, I don't know, maybe I haven't noticed it. I don't think so. But what I do get every single time I fly, it will never fail, is I will always get a compliment. And male, female, doesn't matter, will compliment my uniform, compliment how I look, my hair, how beautiful I am, how gorgeous I look, etc., etc. I get that every single day, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just such kind people going out of their way to say nice things to someone, and especially when I am perhaps having a bad day, it's those little things like that I'm like, okay, just like, it gets me in check, and just knows that like everything's gonna be okay. And just having passengers' kindness and compliments, it means the world to me. And I actually had the other day a passenger, while I was doing service with them and serving drinks, was like, oh, you need to be in the movies, you look like a movie star. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. And then she was leaving the aircraft, and again, she's just like, I'll see you in the movies. So no, I love it. It's so nice. People are just too kind.